Today I have a collective vintage luxury haul, all the things I have been purchasing over the last few months that I definitely need to show you guys. I wanted to start off by first showing this Louis Vuitton agenda. It's in perfect condition, and I'm actually teaming up with Shore Luxury Club to do a giveaway for this. So this will be over on my Instagram. I'll put all the details in the entry post down in the description box for you guys. We wanted to just do something fun and special as it's getting close to the holidays. It'd be the perfect little gift for yourself, for a loved one, because like I said, it's like in perfect condition, never been used. So it would be a great gift for yourself or for others. Shore Luxury Club is actually where I got this bag. So I definitely trust them. The owner is amazing. Definitely check them out. I'll pop their Instagram down below as well. If you're interested in looking for anything like pre-loved, they have a lot of not just like vintage, but also just like pre-loved and really great condition pieces. So definitely a place to check out, and prices are very reasonable. Let's start out with something that I've actually had for a little while and I've been holding on to. I wanted to make sure I could like photograph it and give it like the proper justice it needed before I show it on here, because I just feel like it doesn't do it justice to just show it here. This is Tom Ford Gucci blazer. I'm sure I've mentioned my Tom Ford Gucci belt from the same collection before, and when I saw the blazer that goes with it from the runway look, I just had to scoop it up. It was too good to pass up. I'm obsessed, you guys. It fits me like a glove, like it was made for me. It is so gorgeous if you see the detail, and it's interesting because it was listed as black. The photos looked somewhat like the purple, and I was pretty sure there was a purple and a black version of this that was released. And it's definitely like, compared to this, which was listed as brown, you can definitely see the difference here. But I will show you guys a cutaway of a photo, because I did wear this recently to a dinner, and I was wearing a black skirt, and you can definitely tell like in the light, it's not like a true black. So it definitely has like a hint of like a purpley undertone to it. And then this is like this brownish purpley belt, and it just goes so good together. The pattern's a little bit different, as you see, and that's how it was shown on the runway. Just think it's so special. You guys know I collect Tom Ford Gucci. So when I saw this combination, I had to get it. And I just feel like this blazer was made for me. It is stunning, like impeccably made, of course. It is a size 42, which I find everything back in the day, especially Tom Ford Gucci, usually runs on the small side. So 42 still gives me like a good amount of room. Has little pockets here, and like I feel like this was barely used. I mean, the pockets still, like, they haven't even been picked open yet, and it's just beautiful. Like, there's another pocket on this side. The details are just incredible. These are sewn up on here, so it's just like a faux kind of like flap, and then it has a faux like buttonhole here, but there's no actual button to close it, which is fine. I think that's actually better, because with the belt, then there's no like button to make it bulky. It's stunning. I'm just so happy I was able to get this piece. It's like a piece I will have in my collection forever. I will never get rid of it. I love it so much. So this is the first piece. Continuing with jackets, I have had this one for a little bit as well. This is a vintage Fendi from the 80s, so Karl Lagerfeld era, and look at the lining, like the Fendi lining on the inside. This is like very vintage feeling when you see it on, and I'll put cutaways too, because I have styled this already over on my Instagram. It's gorgeous burgundy suede. I love the vintage style. I love the sailor collar detail of it that continues onto the back. A really cool design. It's open, so there's no closure to it. And again, I got this, I think it's a size 42 as well. So it runs pretty snug for like a vintage sizing. Has super exaggerated shoulders, which I just think it's very 80s. And I actually think the style, I'm sure, like everything else, will probably come back into fashion. I love it. I think it's so cool. I love burgundy personally. It's funny because I do not like wearing red at all, but for some reason burgundy for me feels very different. And I think it's also very complementary to my skin tone. So I do enjoy wearing burgundy, as well as it being a big fall 2024 fashion trend. It's also just, I mean, it's always a color that I would wear every year, and it always comes back. So I think this is really good. It also, you can see, goes with my new croc burgundy belt. This is from Orium Collective. You guys know I rave about Orium Collective belts. They are fabulous, beautiful quality, and I do have a promo code with them, which I'll put on the screen. and I will link below as well. Continuing the burgundy color palette, I picked up this vintage YSL men's shirt. I got this from West Village Vintage, which they are they have a website, but they are also on Instagram. And I just thought, I mean, I already have this pretty much exact shirt in the aqua bluish green color, and I always love the fit of these. I just love a men's oversized shirt, and I didn't have anything, like I said, burgundy in a shirt, so I felt like this was a really good addition. Just easy, either wear it as like an overshirt like this, wear it buttoned, roll the sleeves up. I just love these kind of shirts, so I will definitely be getting a lot of use out of this. Now, this vintage leather jacket isn't like a luxury designer brand. It's actually, I've never heard of the brand. It says Art Pell. I picked it up from a Randage vintage store when I was away on a trip a month ago about, and I saw it. I think it was like maybe $60, and I just think it's so cool. You just can't replicate a vintage leather jacket. I feel like between the cut, usually like they're mensy kind of oversized cuts, and the like quality of the leather, it's just hard to compare like nowadays leather jackets and pieces to the vintage ones. So I got this one. It did have like a touch of a vintage smell, but nothing too much. And what I did afterwards, I did a like leather conditioner like I've showed in previous videos for this whole thing, and I feel like it really like livened it up, gave it a lot of moisture, and I just feel like it's so cool. So I just wanted to put the PSA out there that if you haven't checked your local vintage shops or even online, you can definitely find amazing leather jackets for great price points. Even designer ones, honestly, when you look online, they are usually, unless they're collector's pieces, much more affordable than trying to buy like new leather pieces these days. So definitely worth checking out. I said this was mostly a vintage haul, but I did want to actually show you the Row Francis slides, because I don't think I've showed them on here, and I know that sometimes it's hard to find the Row shoes reviews because, I don't know, people just don't do a lot of them. So figured I would show these here in case you were eyeing them. They are in silk, so beautiful. I waited forever for these. I pre-ordered them in May, and I think they didn't come until August. It took forever. They just kept getting back ordered and back ordered. And so they arrived. I love them. I just think there's something so cool and adds like a really nice juxtaposition to an outfit to have like something so casual, like a slipper kind of style shoe with an outfit. I just think it's a really cool look, and they're very comfortable. Like, they're just as comfortable as they look like they would be for slippers, you know? So they do have a sole. I haven't had any issues with these, like walking. I'm sure at some point, just like all of the Row shoes, basically, they all have very thin leather soles. So over a while, they will wear down. So you probably have to get them resoled at some point, but that does not bother me. I really love these so much. I got a 36.5, and I'm either a 37 or a 36.5 in shoes, just depending on the brand. With the Row, I'm between, just depending. And I did have the Canal slides in burgundy and the leather in a 37, and they was maybe a bit big, so I figured I'd go with 36.5 for these, and they work out fine. I think a 37 would fit also, but there was no need to do that. I am really happy to have these. I think they're just something so special, and when I first saw them on the runway last year, I tried to find something similar. I just think the style of them is so beautiful. I really like that they are not like overly saturated. Seeing them everywhere, I don't feel like I've seen anyone else wear these really, so I really like having these in my collection. The one con I would say is that I wish that they had a little bit more of the pattern. You can see like the flowered jacquard pattern. You see how I have a huge like bare spot here with no like flower on them? I do wish I had a little bit more of the flower, but I mean, it's obviously random because of how the pattern and the fabric is cut. So they're all gonna be different. And it like, I already waited however many months to get them. I just didn't feel like going through the hassle of like trying to return or get another pair or whatever it was. So I just kept these ones, and it didn't bother me that bad, but just one thing to make a note of. Before showing you the newest vintage bag edition, just want to quickly mention I have added a few other luxury bags to my closet over the last few months, and I already have dedicated videos on them. This Kate Augustina hobo bag, this Ueve puzzle hobo bag, and also this new carven satin bag. So I have reviews on all of those, which I will link down in the description box. So if you want to see the more detailed reviews on these bags, head over to those after this video. So it's been a while since I've added a new vintage Chanel bag to my collection. I'm very picky about them, and you know, I always am looking for something really unique and special when I am looking to add a vintage Chanel bag. I have quite a few of them, which if you haven't seen my vintage Chanel collection video, I will link that below as well. I have a good amount of Chanel bags, so I don't feel like I need to add them unless they are really special. I'm not someone who's gonna have 10 classic flaps. Like, that's just not my personal style. So I'm always looking for something like unique that really speaks to me. And typically the bags kind of find me. I was actually just browsing vintage bags for one of my Substack newsletters that went out last week actually, which is just my free weekly newsletter that I put out. I do a lot of like handbag roundups. I find you guys amazing bags, talk about all sorts of things, what's new in my closet, things I'm loving. I'll put together little fashion edits for you guys. Like I said, it's all free. It'll go straight to your inbox. You can sign up with the link down below. I came across this bag. I couldn't stop thinking about it, and I just had to have it. It is this vintage Chanel pony hair bag. Isn't it amazing? I have eyed these forever. There's many different versions. So it's the Cocoa pony hair. This is the clutch. Now they have another clutch size as well, and they have different bags. They have east-west bags, which I feel like are the most common that I see, but there's a lot of different ones. And this is definitely like a collector's kind of piece. So when I saw this for a pretty good price, I snapped it up. And especially because a lot of times you see wear on vintage pony hair, like you'll see balding in certain spots. So the fact that there is pretty much no balding on it, there is a tiny bit of wear at the corner here, and that's about it. Maybe it's like the very top right here. Otherwise, it's in amazing condition. It is one open pouch like this. The bag has the little CC zipper pull, and it also has a, you see there's like the little button, and this swings out if you want to carry it as a little wristlet, which is actually very handy if that is something, because I am, funny enough, I feel like I have actually a decent amount of vintage and like handbags that are more like clutch styles, which I love the look of, but functionally I'm someone who really needs to have my hands. But this is a great addition. And also I realized I could kind of turn it into a shoulder bag. So I have this old phone strap. This is from Casetify. And I figured that because it actually has a little bit of like an opening here and here on the side because of the zipper and the little wristlet pouch that you can add, that I realized you can actually add a kind of a little bit of a strap. Now, I don't think I could like stuff this because it is kind of hanging on the zipper area. And obviously if you open the zipper, this is gonna be coming open. But you see if you put it in and then you zip it up, it does kind of stay. So I could theoretically wear it like this. I would just have to be cognizant of like this kind of yanking on the zipper. I think I could make it work, which is really handy. I'm always looking for ways to style things differently, but I just think it's so fun, classic, and just an iconic style that I've always kind of wanted as an opportunity that I had to seize. So I really love this bag. Let me know what you guys think about it. I'm actually getting several pony hair bags now. I really am very into pony hair accessories. I just think they're so great, like my vintage Gucci, Tom Ford Gucci chocolate shoulder bag that's also pony hair, very cool. And then I have my vintage Fendi pony hair, so definitely a few pony hair bags now, which is fun. So I think that's all that's new vintage luxury in my collection recently. Hopefully I'm not forgetting something, but you know, there are always new things coming in. So anyways, I think that is everything that's new as far as vintage luxury in my collection recently. I'd love to know. And also, if you are interested in more vintage roundups, vintage handbags, like I said, check out my Substack. Don't forget to enter my giveaway over on Instagram. And until next time, take care. Bye.